silos exist in every system. And the system can be an organization, it can be a family, it can be a community, it can be any of the forums that we are part of or associations that we are part of. So we just want to kind of dissect this and talk from our point of view, our understanding about how do silos show up in a system.
If you go and talk to organizations, whether do you have a silo, mostly people will be in a state of denial. Whether it's a business leader or in the HR leader, the answer is no. We are extremely cohesive. We have a high degree of collaboration. People are all having good, camaraderie, and we are having lunch together. We have family get together. All the things. I'll tell you where exactly the truth hits, and people acknowledge that we have issue. First thing is, who are the first people who can identify the silo in the organization? It's not the people in the organization, but the clients can identify the silo. So that's what happens. For example, an organization is losing 10 bits, large bits, integrated bits, covering multiple service lines or verticals continuously, say 10 bits. Then it's a point that your customers itself will tell why they have not chosen you. And one of the reason could be that you are operating in pockets and you are not operating holistically. That's one. Second thing is, clients will come and tell an organization, your organizational delivery is bad or it does not meet the standards. Again, in integrated delivery, because most organizations, it's no more silos, people will have to work in delivery. And typically in project-based organizations, when they hear from the customer that things delivery is not good, that's when there is a point from your customer that there is a silo. So the first thing is to acknowledge that there is an issue. So that acknowledgement and expressing vulnerability is the most important aspect. And only when that is being done by the business as well as HR, then there can be a remedy for this issue.
We know it, but we don't say it. And we believe that we are absolutely sound and secure. And acknowledging that level of awareness with courage and vulnerability coupled together. I think both of them need to come in together for us to realize that silos exist. And therefore, look at solving it or bridging the gaps or breaking the walls from that level of deep awareness. And when the deep awareness is missing, that's when we could typically be trying to fix something, whereas another hole opens out somewhere. So you're kind of trying to plug and play, but it doesn't really work holistically for the system.
Ever since COVID broke out, everybody started working in silos. That is exactly what happened to the whole world. Everybody started working from home. We were connected, yet disconnected. So this also added to a lot of confusions in the organizations and all that initially. Although later they tried to bridge the gaps, bring the synergy into it, still somehow even working alone from home still makes us feel that as though we are working in silos. Like not all organizations have team calls every week or every other day or every alternate days or something. So sometimes I feel silos happens also because of the communication gap. Everything is being communicated. Many people miss out on that because it's not a personal face-to-face connect or something like that. This is my thought on silos here.
It's important for people to connect, but you brought out that important point of meetings, right? And in many organizations that I see, people being in meetings itself is siloed because they don't know why they are in that meeting. You really need to fight to get a meeting. You really need to have that clarity as to why that meeting is there. And then you need to get people aligned. It's not about having a lot of meetings, which of course is very important. And I think the point that you were talking to is to keep the bonds going, you need to have more connections. But for the bind to happen, which is the orchestration to happen, if you have too much of meetings, the silos happen just there because you're losing people. People are not, they're present, but really not there in the meeting, right? So when it is about orchestration, silos could emerge from the individual connection to the orchestration, right? When that really needs to be really clear. When there is clarity, there emerges conviction and therefore the belief for the person to deliver to the system better.